Welcome to this month's in-service on documentation part 2. In this PowerPoint, we will discuss why it's important to do your documentation, why it's important to document, and consequences of false documentation. Previously, in the documentation part 1 PowerPoint, we looked at different types of documentation and how to use them. These records assist in maintaining ongoing care and progress of individuals residing at CHDC. So remember, residential records, medical records, and central records all contain information on each individual. These are all permanent legal records. These records contain physician orders, health information, health history, social history, CNA notes, 24-hour schedules, individual program plans, progress notes, and other pertinent information concerning the individual. These records provide an accurate picture of the individual. We should also only be using CHDC approved forms. These are covered under HIPAA and considered confidential, so they should always be secured and remain on CHDC grounds. You may be asking yourself, why do we document so much? Documentation is like a detailed diary of a project or process, holding key information and instructions. Good documentation serves as a reliable reference, ensuring everyone involved knows the plan, progress, and procedures. It's crucial for maintaining consistency, especially when teams change or projects evolve. Think of it as a memory bank that holds crucial details, saving time and preventing misunderstandings. With difficult tasks, it acts like a roadmap, guiding you through steps and decisions, and in legal or technical scenarios, it's a shield providing evidence and clarity. Its importance lies in its ability to make difficult tasks manageable and transparent, facilitating smoother transitions, informed decision-making, and cohesive team collaboration. You might also question the purpose of documenting and who actually sees everything that's documented. So let's talk about this. The goal of documentation in the workplace extends far beyond just keeping records or meeting formal requirements. At its core, workplace documentation serves as the foundation for clarity and direction in an organization. It's like a detailed script for a play, ensuring every actor knows their part and how the story unfolds. Another question you may ask yourself is, why is documenting important? There are many benefits to documenting, whether you realize it or not. Documentation boosts productivity. You help your employees understand their tasks and responsibilities, which ultimately leads to improved productivity. When employees are aware of what is expected of them, they're able to determine the most efficient course of action for any given situation. Documentation also promotes efficiency. In addition to boosting productivity, good documentation can also promote efficiency within the workplace. Well-defined processes and procedures help employees work smarter, not harder. When everyone is aware of their tasks and responsibilities, employees have a clear understanding of what needs to be done and the necessary information required to get the job done successfully. This ultimately results in a more efficient workplace where employees know exactly what they're expected to do and can get their jobs done more quickly. Documentation also improves communication. When employees understand what they're supposed to be doing, it improves communication and allows them to effectively communicate with each other. This helps avoid confusion and prevent mistakes that could end up costing the company money or time. In addition, well-documented processes also ensure that everyone is on the same page and has the same understanding of goals, responsibilities, and procedures. Documentation prevents legal complications. Having clear documentation in place can prevent legal complications within the workplace. If employees are unable to provide documentation as proof of their training or job performance, it could result in wrongful termination or discrimination lawsuits for the company. Well-documented processes can help prevent these types of legal issues from arising. CHDC has many policies in place, and one of those that we're going to look at is the Employee Discipline 1084. Our Employee Discipline 1084 policy covers the expectations of our behavior in Section 2. Part D of Section 2 states that we are to be honest and exemplify integrity in the workplace. DHS does not tolerate deceptive behavior, including without limitation, misstatement of facts, failure to state complete facts, or fraud. Any behavior that is contrary to the interest of DHS is subject to disciplinary action. So let's talk about false documentation. False documentation is documenting fictitiously on an event that didn't happen, falsifying dates from a past occurrence, documenting something that has not happened yet, or documenting someone else's work and signing their name to it. Whether it's intentional or not, there are consequences for anyone caught falsifying documents. Please take it seriously, always put integrity first, and be honest in your work. Now that you have a better understanding of documentation, let's see how we can apply this by looking at a few scenarios. As I read through each one, decide which answer you think is the most appropriate answer. Scenario 1. Someone comes up to you and asks for the marks report on a resident that received an injury the day before. You forgot to fill one out. Do you, number 1, quickly fill out a marks report and use yesterday's date? Number 2, have someone else fill it out that wasn't there? Or number 3, fill out a late entry in the logbook and fill out a marks report card with the current date? Scenario number 2. Your residents are in the dining area having lunch. You typically know how much each person eats and drinks. Do you, number 1, wait until they finish eating to document it on the meal supplement sheet? Number 2, take a lunch break yourself? Or number 3, go ahead and document on the meal supplement sheet before they finish, since you already know how much they eat and drink? Scenario number 3. You are busy doing your daily tasks, and you are told by your supervisor to fill out some paperwork as part of the requirements of your training. Do you, number 1, let someone else fill out your paperwork? Number 2, tell your supervisor they can do it? Or number 3, set aside some time to get your paperwork done? Thank you for your participation. If you have any questions, feel free to call Staff Development at extension 267. Also, be sure to take the test and turn it into your residential supervisor. Thank you and have a great day.